show of hands, how many of you have ever blanked on a test? Okay, so we pretty much all have experienced it. So what I'm going to be talking about is how to become a better test taker or to just improve your test taking skills. So from my past experience, I have never considered myself a good test taker. I don't know why, but every time a test is in front of me, I either get super nervous or just have anxiety. So I remember when I took the SAT and the ACT, I would always get so frustrated with my scores because they would always come back the same. I would never move up and I would never move down. So I would always get so frustrated because I was just like, why can't I get this right? So every time I went into that test, my mental mind state was, oh, I know I'm gonna get the same score, or oh, like what's the point of doing this? So the goal today is to educate you guys on to either have little tips on help you to prevent those thoughts from going through your head to preparing for a test. So what I'm going to be going over is first paying attention to your self-talk. Second, identifying your thoughts that can lead to anxiety. So meaning saying things aloud can actually are little exercises that can help you preparing for a test. And lastly, we'll be wrapping it up with challenging or anxious thinking, meaning to overcome those negative thoughts when you're preparing for in any situation and overcoming our weaknesses. So first, paying attention to our self-talk. So what is self-talk? According to howtostudy.com, published by October 3rd, 2013, our self-talk are thoughts that are rummaging through our mind, but they're just not said aloud. So our thoughts play a big role in how we feel, and we all know our thoughts can either encourage us or can either tear us down. But according to Anxiety BC, December 12th, published 2014, we're all unaware of our thoughts because it plays a big role in how we feel, and how we feel is why it's so important to pay attention to our self-talk. So I have an example here. If someone's in a math test, they can either have a thought of they know the material and they'll study, and they studied, so their feelings are going to be calm. So when they're going through that test, they're going to have a good positive outcome. But if they're in that situation, they think, oh, these negative thoughts, I'm going to fail, I don't know the material. They're going to have all these thoughts rummaging through their mind, which is how people get tensed up. So it's extremely important to pay attention to your self-talk. So next time if you guys are taking a test and you guys do feel that anxiety, take a second and relax and say like, oh, I know what I know, like I know the material to help you get through it. And second, now that I talked about self-talk, I'm going to be talking about identifying your thoughts. So it's important to actually, what you're thinking, to say aloud. According to Noodle.com, published September 11, 2014, a student must look at all the aspects of the situation. So the positive outcome, the negative outcome, the neutral outcome, no matter before making the conclusion, because once you've made a conclusion, your mind won't go past that. So everyone knows, like, once you make a conclusion, that's a fact. Nothing can go past that. And second, according to highschoolblues.com, published November 26th, 2014, it's extremely important to be alert, to pay attention to your shifts of anxiety, because I know for myself, I can become extremely overwhelmed when it comes to test taking, and I can have one thought which can lead to numerous of thoughts which can make me get anxiety. So it's important to pay attention to your shifts of anxiety. So if you feel yourself getting super stressed or have anxiety, pay attention to that shift of anxiety. And last, address and question what you're feeling. So if you know you're feeling anxious, ask yourself, what is it that I'm feeling? Why is it that I'm feeling this? And what can I do? What am I so worried about? If you actually ask your questions and answer them, it's actually a good exercise to reassure yourself that you'll be okay going into the performance. And last, I'm going to be wrapping it up with challenging our anxious thinking. So according to psychologytools.com, published November 2nd to 2014, our anxious thinking can prevent someone from falling into thinking traps, and thinking traps are just little things that we all can fall into, which we need to prevent, because it's something that can make us think of something bad will happen that basically won't happen, but you can psych yourself out, and it's important to stay away from those traps, because once you psych yourself out, you won't be able to recover from that. And last, base your judgment on the way you feel instead of facts. So if you tell yourself, I am prepared for something, chances are you will be prepared for something. And last, coping with the worst possible outcome. So ask yourself, what's the worst possible thing you could go wrong on a test? Yeah, you failed your test, but at least you know what you did right and you know that you can have help after. So what I've gone over is 1, self-talk, 2, identifying your thoughts that can lead you toward anxiety and doing those little exercises, and 3, challenging our thinking to prevent those thinking traps. And I suggest to visit this website called www.anxietybc.com because they have a lot of pamphlets on how to overcome anxiety and deal with test taking. Thank you.